Hi Year 7, this is going to be your first art project at Co-op Academy Bebington. It is a clay animal. Now you can have it freestanding on a block of wood, or you can have it where you can put it on the wall and you can have a hole on. So it's entirely up to you. And I'll just show you the three that we have already. So that's the bird, this is the fish, and we've got the whale. He's my favourite. Okay, and they're made of clay, and you're going to learn over the next 12 weeks how to make these. Okay, lesson 1 of our clay animal plaques. So you should have decided whether you want to go 3D or to have them on the wall. Now the first thing you need to do is to choose your animal. If you are unsure, you will have things to guide you in the lesson. You can see I've got fish, some birds, and I will have a lot more that you can choose from. But it's really important that you stick to one idea and go with that. Don't change halfway through. Now, every good design starts with drawing. You've got to start drawing. Now, the reason why you draw is that you then begin to understand the form, the shape of the animal that you want. It's important to look at texture as well, because this will be important later when we use the clay. Now, once you're ready with your drawing and you finish your drawing, what you're going to do on a separate piece of paper is make what's called a template. Now, this template will be used on top of the clay, so it's important you get this right. All you need to do is to draw the outline of your animal. Don't worry about any detail at all, because that doesn't matter at this stage. Your detail is all recorded in your drawing. Then all you need to do is just cut it out. Okay, lesson 3. This is where the real fun begins, because this is where we start to use the clay. Okay, so the equipment that you need on your table, I will give you a tablecloth. Now there's a shiny side that needs to go face down, and the rough side should be up. If it's the other way round, the clay will stick to the shiny side. You need 2 sticks of equal width. That's how thick your clay model is going to be. You need a roller, you need some clay, and you need a knife. The knives in school will look a little bit different. I'm using this at home. Okay, so ready to begin. We're going to prepare the clay and we're going to roll it out flat. So you have your sticks and you have your clay. Before we start using the clay, we need to make sure that there aren't any air holes. So I'm banging it now just to release any air holes. And also I'm going to get this is where it becomes quite good fun. I need to take my tea out of the way. I'm going to bang it down a little bit so that I'm not rollering too hard. It's flattened enough because I've gone around doing that. Now what you need to do, and I recommend that you stand up to do this, you've got to roll out the clay, but you've got to keep the roller on the sticks. If you roll without it being on the sticks, what will happen is it will go really thin, and what you want to do is keep your clay animal absolutely the same thickness all the way through. So you've got to keep, I know it's tempting sometimes to roll off and get it really flat, but it won't look good, and it will be too thin. So between the 2 sticks, I'm now standing up and I'm going to put loads of pressure. You can hear by my voice that it's actually a little bit hard to do. So the banging took away a lot of that hard work. Now the template has been placed on top. You can see that you might see maybe a bit hard, but I've made sure that it's in an area where it's all going to be even. Now with your clay knife, what you're going to do is to go around and cut out your animal. Now don't be tempted to go too close to the animal, because what's going to happen is when you come in next lesson, your clay animal will have shrunk. Because the water will evaporate from the clay, it will shrink a little bit. So what I'm doing, I'm giving it probably about 1/4 centimetre over to allow for shrinkage. Now this is very satisfying because it will go through beautifully. And then, like pastry, you take it away and you're left with your clay animal. Oops, that's not 100%, so I'll just do that again. There we go. Okay, now you need to keep that template. Don't throw that away because we will cut that out. Now, this, you cannot work with this at the moment. It's too wet. Okay, so if you start to do anything with this, it's absolutely pointless. What we need to do is to wait for the clay to go what's called leather hard. And then that means that most of the moisture will come out, and then it's ready for decoration. When you're doing the little extras like the wings or the tails or whatever you're going to add on, so this will be stuck on top like in the sample, you need to have a template, and you also need to have a bit of clay, but don't use the same thickness because that would be too thick. You don't need to use the sticks for this, so I'm just going to roll this out just a little bit thinner, not too much, and then cut around. Now the pieces have been left overnight to go leather hard, and look at the difference. You can actually handle it and it's not going to flop down on both sides. Now this is an important part of the whole way it looks. You've got to sponge it down and make the surface, before you start decorating, make the surface look lovely and smooth. So what you do, you get a normal household sponge and use the rough side, dip it in a tiny bit of water. Don't use too much water because you don't want it to go all soggy. And what you do is go over all the edges, just take those bits off, and you clean up all the rough bits of the edges going all the way around. Just be careful if there's any area that's quite delicate, like the beak. Now that everything's smooth, the next thing you need to do is to decide whether it's going to go on the pole or it's going to be hung up. Now, if it's going to be hung up, you need to put a little hole in so that you can attach it to the wall. So you can do this. We can help you with this in class because we'll have a sharp instrument that you can go all the way through, or you're very welcome to do it on your own. Okay, so that's gone right the way through, and you can just smooth that down a bit. That will be able to put it on the wall. Okay, with this, the pole ones are a little bit trickier. You've got to balance where it's going to go. So I say roughly probably about here. Then you need to scrape away a little bit of the clay so that you're not pushing the clay up. Keep your finger and thumb on both sides. Just take a little bit of the clay away. I'll just take a little bit more, and then you can use a pencil to make a hole. So I'll use the pencil end there and make sure that that goes up. Don't worry if you can see, just a little bit. We're ready to put the decoration on now into the clay because we've smoothed the surface. So we're ready to put carvings, stampings onto here. Now what I have done with the whale is to make the eye, I've pressed in the end of a pencil, and then with the pencil I have gouged out his mouth, and I've started to put some barnacle decoration just by pressing in really simply like this. Now we'll get smaller with the spots just to make it look as though it's going bigger, and then it will fade out. And I've also used the pencil to put stripes in here. I put some stripes on his little fin, and I'm going to show you how to put that on later. Now what I will do is I'm going to roll a little ball and I will put that in, and I'll show you that later. With the bird it's a little bit different. What you can do to make it look like feathers is you get a little round wooden tool. I think I might use that end actually, and you can press in to make it ever so slightly, and that will give the impression of feathers. And you can keep going and going all over the whole body if you want to, or you can have a spotty body and a feathery back here. It's entirely up to you. The bird eye, I think I'll put his eye about there. Oops. Yep, that's okay. And what I will do is get another stamping tool. No, I don't think I'll use that. And now I can just have fun pressing things into the bird. Okay, you can get stamps that you can press in, and I'll just show you what they look like. You have to press fairly hard, but you can have flower shapes or anything on top of that. So it's entirely up to you what you stamp in and what you press into your animal.